Courses in capitalism are popping up in Cuba. Caplin's Aiden Chacon reports how Cuban business owners are getting some economic advice.
The people of Cuba are learning to improve as self-employed entrepreneurs inside a country where it was against the law to employ yourself for decades. Thanks to the U.S. Embassy in Cuba's capital of Havana, over 200 Cubans have reported to a meeting room inside a hotel for multiple business seminars in what the U.S. Embassy calls an entrepreneur boot camp. Some Cuban entrepreneurs are against the boot camps because they say the U.S. government lifting the many economic sanctions that they have on Cuba would benefit Cuban business owners much more than a few seminars. Once upon a time, it seemed unrealistic and unfathomable to see capitalist business seminars in Cuba, especially after private enterprise was made illegal in Cuba after the revolution in 1959. But in 2023, a Cuban American by the name of Gustavo Arnevat, a development expert who fled Cuba as a young boy, returns to the state in order to teach these business seminars.
What they need is they need capital, they need an idea, they need persistence, they need to really work through very difficult times. Every entrepreneur is going to have good days and bad days. Some bad days are going to be extremely challenging. They probably want to, give up. Again, no different than any other country, but here it's particularly difficult.
The difficulty stems from how long it was illegal to pursue your own business ventures on the island and how it's still impossible to access the U.S. banking system on the island. It wasn't until the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 that self-employment restrictions started to loosen. The Biden administration is currently learning whether some of the economic sanctions that directly make it difficult for Cuban businesses to thrive can be lifted or not, according to the top diplomat of the United States Embassy, Benjamin Ziff.
There's a shortage of food, there's a shortage of gas, there's a shortage of water. The Cuban state economy is no longer able to provide for its people. And the answer to that is not a necessary evil private sector, it is more, better, more empowered private sector.
The U.S. Embassy has continued the boot camp with the hopes of easing almost 60 years of tension between the two neighboring states and completely changing the individual lives of people across the entire island of Cuba. Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Aiden Chacon.